Hello everyone, welcome, Happy New Year. Our first class of the new year. I'm Dawn Duvall with Shall We Stamp, coming to you live from the villages of Florida. So pop on, please, as you come on. Tell me who you are and where you're from. And let me get the comments coming through so we can get those in so I can see who all's here. Oops, and I forgot to get my list of the names of who got drawn. So I'll be back in just a flash. What did I do with it? All right, hang on. I had them and I've lost them. Maybe they're in my kitchen. I'll be back in a minute as y'all come on. Okay, I'm back. Oh, all right. Hi everyone. Oh, you like my new hairdo? I got it whacked off. I told my hair lady. Let me put my microphone on. I was looking for hairstyles because I like my hair short, and I thank you. And I looked at some pictures, and I was looking at pictures, and this is not. Hopefully, nobody takes offense of this, but I was looking at pictures for short, fine hair, and then they were showing pictures of people, over 50, and I'm 62, and so I looked at over 60, and it's the same styles, and I didn't want the same style as everybody else, so I really like the one. She did my color, and of course it's dark, but after a couple of days and wash it, it'll lighten up some, but she cut it. I mean, I like it, but I wanted one side, how I wanted this side short, which is the camera's backwards, but I wanted my left side short, and then I wanted my top to come down and be a little bit longer this way, which is fine. It's all right. I'll work with it, but I like it. My husband said, "Do you think you could cut it any shorter?" And I said, "Well, I could." So, anyways, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for sharing. But welcome everyone. I hope you're having a good start of the new year. And I'm sorry that I missed last week, but things happen. So anyways, we left and came home a day early from down in Jensen Beach. It was windy and we were sitting around the RV, and he said, "Why don't we just go home?" I said, "Yay," because I was getting bored. I didn't bring any stamp stuff to work on other than what I brought for our projects. And I had my coloring book. I have an adult coloring book. And I just wasn't cutting it. I just wasn't feeling it. So we decided to come home early, which was good. So we spent Thursday afternoon unpacking the RV. I said, "Oh my gosh, by the time you unpack the refrigerator and all the cabinets of food and your clothes and blah, all that, oh my God, it took all afternoon." So anyways, so we're back. I'm so glad. I've been trying to get in my stamp room. Then my phone died on me. Actually it works, but I don't have any phone service. This is the weirdest thing. I get, as long as I'm on the internet and have internet access, I can get text messages, but it says no phone service. And I called Verizon. They don't have a clue. So I went to the store. They don't have a clue. So I have to buy a damn phone, which, excuse my French, it just irritates me because I didn't want one. But the guy said, if you have a phone that you can trade in, he goes, you have an offer that you'll get $500 and some credit. So I'm looking at, obviously the only thing I can get is an iPhone 12. So I'm just getting the iPhone 12 with added storage. So that's going to run like $900, right? So my phone has a crack in it. So that he said, you're not going to get it, but find a phone. If you have an older phone, even if it doesn't work, just turn it in. I said, okay. So I sent an email out to all my neighbors asking if anybody had an old phone they didn't want that I could have, as long as it was a 4 or higher. So one of my neighbors gave me her iPhone 6, and hopefully my phone will be in tomorrow. And if it works and I get her phone as a trade-in, then I'm going to give her, buy her a gift certificate for helping me because it's saving me money. So I thought, why not? So anyways, it's been crazy. My best friend and I talk every day, at least. We talk on the way when she's on her way into work and on the way home. And now we're having to text each other. So she sent me a video on her way home she did a video and sent it to me. Said, okay, since I can't talk to you in person, I'm gonna talk to you on this video. It was the funniest thing. So anyways, hopefully I'll have it back tomorrow. So I'm using my husband's phone because I was afraid my cell phone, the battery is going like, I mean, it goes, and it's just crazy. So I'm using his phone. I had to download my Switcher app. So it's just been one, comedy of errors and everything, but it's okay. It all works out. So anyways, but thank you guys for joining. I do appreciate it. I hope everyone's having a good, I'm so glad we're in 2021. I swear. I'm glad that we can put last year behind us and hopefully things will get better. I did want to thank all of you who sent me Christmas cards. I got some really beautiful cards from my team members and from you guys sent me customers. My customers and some Wire. Yours was beautiful. I've never seen one done like that with a cardinal. It's just absolutely stunning. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to flip the camera down just a minute. I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to show you real quick. This is one that I got. I thought this is from one of my team members, and I just really like that design. Isn't that pretty? And then this is what Kay sent me. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love that, and it opens like that. Isn't that gorgeous? So I don't want you to read what she said. Let's see what else we got. Hang on. Here's another one. I thought that's cute. I'm sharing my Christmas cards. And then my team member sends me this one. She does watercolor paint. She does painting. So she goes, oops, sending a non-Stampin' Up! Card to my team leader is rather tacky, isn't it? Well, I didn't think so, but look at that. This is something she actually did. Isn't that beautiful? Let me get in the camera. I think that's just absolutely gorgeous. And then I got this from one of my other downline. I thought that's cute. I'm trying to get in the camera. This one came from my buddy Denise, who's down in St. Pete. Going to be leaving me at some point in time. This one I got from my upline. And this one came, and it's not a Stampin' Up! Card, but I thought, oh, what a cute idea. This came from one of my girlfriends that I know back home. It's the foam, the felt paper we have. That's kind of like it is. It's cut out to the shape of a bear. I thought, well, that's a clever looking card, don't you think? All we have to do is cut some little black things out, make a nose. And anyways, I thought that was quite clever. So those are my cards. Thank you, everyone, for thinking of me. I really appreciate that. Okay, so this evening, we're going to do 3 cards, 2 from Sal A Bration and 1 that's not, but they're all new. And if you all don't have a demonstrator and you don't have a catalog, let me know, and I will send you one. Just send me a message with your address, and I'll get one out to you. And then also, I do want to ask you all one favor. I am putting together my goals and things for this year, and one of the things that I'm working on, I would like to know, and you don't have to do this, and it can be good or bad, I don't care. I've got big shoulders. One of the things that I would like is, I'll come back on, when you think of me, if you think of my name and Shall We Stamp, if you don't mind, post the first thing that comes to mind. Whatever it may be, goofy, whatever. If you don't mind, I would really appreciate it. It's going to help me put together some branding and stuff that I want to do. So if you can do that for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. So, all right, let's get started. I'm excited. Now, you all know that the catalog went live today, right? And we only have 2 months of celebration. So that means you got to get orders in and get your stuff because you only have until the end of February. And then we're going to have another celebration in July and August. So keep that in mind. And for those of you that are not demonstrators, if you remember and I think I mentioned this before, if you remember the Hey Chick stamp set, the chicken that had the little funky-doo hair, well, he is back, or she's back. And, well, she's not back yet, but there's a chicken one that's similar in the catalog. They're going to bring that Hey Chick back with some dyes and stuff. So there's going to be something happening here soon around that Hey Chick. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right. Oh, you're so sweet. I'm going to write all this down, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. Anyways, okay. Now I'm going to flip the camera. All right. So since we are now, whoops, there we go. All right, so the first thing we're going to start out with is this is Berry Blessings, and let me make sure I'm in the camera. This is It's a photopolymer set, and there are 13 stamps in here. And then this is the coordinating paper. Now, this set you can get, I think this is the one that you have to order $100, and you get both of them. But look at all this straw, and it coordinates with the strawberry set that's in the new mini catalog, or occasions catalog, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So, isn't that pretty? And this is beautiful. I think this is absolutely, I just love this. It's so springy and colorful. So we're going to use this stamp set this evening. So let me pull this and move this out of the way. Let me show you the card we're going to make. And I have directions for you all. And I copied this from off of Pinterest, actually. And this is a Z-fold. It's a double Z-fold, actually. So here is the paper, and here's the back side. And if you see, this is the vellum doilies that we have. I don't know, can you see that? And then, ta-da! Isn't that pretty? I just really like this. I like the, let me get in the camera. Sorry, I've got things kind of messed up here. Let me move my stand back just a little bit. Can you tell? Whoa, whoa, hold on. I'm jiggling. That's not going to work because it's now wanting to, hang on a minute. Okay. All right, anyway, so this is what we're going to make. Isn't that cute? I just thought it was really cute. And this is all free. So if you're going to order, this is $100. And I'm sorry, if you order at least $100, you can get this for free. So also, keep in mind, and I'm only say this once, is if you have a long shopping list, then you might want to consider joining. You don't have to do classes. You don't have to do this as a business. You can join like 95% of us did, is we all joined to get a discount. So $125 worth of stuff that you get for $99, plus you'll get 5 packages of 6x6 papers, one set, which is all the new in colors from, which we don't even have, which comes in next July, in this July coming up. So keep that in mind. And, you know, you have minimums you have to make, but if you don't make them, then you just don't get a discount anymore. And you go back to being a customer of me or whoever you work with. So I highly encourage you to think about that, because this is a great time to join. We have a lot going on. You get to pre-order. We get to look at things before everybody else does, and it's a great organization to work for. And if you join under my team, you get to work with me and all the craziness. So, anyways, all right. So this is what we're gonna do. Okay. So let's get started here. Now I've already pre-cut everything because I wanted to keep it moving along. I didn't score, so I am gonna pull my paper trimmer in so we can get this scored. So let me move all this out of the way, and then y'all can write this down. Oops. One of the things I'm going to let you know, I am going to start doing some Zoom classes. So I will keep you posted on that as well. I'm trying to get back into where it feels like we're all together in one room, and I think Zoom would be is the perfect thing to do that. So, okay, we are going to do, this is Pacific Point, and it's 4 1/4 by 11. Okay, now we're going to score this at 5 1/2, right? Because that's our normal center part. So we're going to score at 5 1/2. Whoops, hang on a minute, my blade. 5 1/2, and then we're going to move it down and score at 2 3/4. And I'll try to remember to put this on the thing. If not, you'll just have to come back and watch the video. So, all right, so we're going to score at 2 3/4, okay? Now that's on this is our base, all right? So we're going to fold this one back, and then this one's going to come in like that. And I'll burnish that with my bone folder in just a minute. Now the second piece is this is Poppy Parade, and this is 3 1/4 by 9. Okay, so 3 1/4 by 9 inches, and this we're going to score at 3 inches and 6 inches. So let's get our 6-inch mark here. So we're going to score here, and then we're going to come down and score at 3. Okay. All right, so that's all we're going to do on the scoring. So let me move my paper trimmer. And I've got some new things that will be coming out. I'm going to do some technique classes. I've got all sorts of things. I'm trying to get it done, but I tell you what, there's not enough time in the day. And then I keep getting interrupted by everything, but that's okay. All right, so there's one of our Z's, right? The reason we call it a Z fold. Let me make sure I'm in the camera here. My desk is set up a little bit off to the side. All right, so there's our Z folds, right? Whoops, I did this one backwards. Yeah, I did. Hang on a minute. This guy, yeah, this one's got to go. This one has to go like that. No, hang on. I got to get it right. Yeah, there we go. This one's going to go like that. Okay, so there's our Z fold, right? All right, so we're going to set this aside. And actually, let's bring this one in. We're going to put a piece of our designer paper. Now, I know when I cut this, I was thinking this way, but it doesn't matter. I'm putting it down like this. It's sideways. So this is 4 by... So if you have your pattern paper, make sure you think about what direction. So it would be fine if our Z-fold was going to go like that, but I didn't do it that way. So it's okay. I'm okay with that. But if you are someone that has to have everything exactly the right direction, then you want to remember how you cut it, okay? So just remember that. Oh, good. I think Zoom classes would be much better, actually. And, okay, so we're going to add some adhesive. Let me get my liquid glue out here, my wonderful liquid glue. And we're going to go ahead and attach this. And this is strawberries and blueberries and all sorts of little goodies. And this is the back side. Isn't that pretty? And, all right, so we're going to add this to the inside of our Pacific Point. Let me get my tweezers out so I don't get glue on my fingers. Okay. So I am excited. It's a new year. I'm just thrilled. Thrilled. And the vaccines are out. Of course, we live in an over 55, so everybody's chomping at the bit to get to get the vaccine. All right, so that's 4 by 5 1/4. All right. And then I took another piece, and this is a separate piece in that same paper pack. Let me get this piece out. This, as you can see, it's a different piece of, it's a lighter shade. This has got like some shaded spruce and looks like probably the grape, gorgeous grape. And this piece here is 4 by 2 1/2 if I'm not, no, yes. Yeah, this is 4 by 2 1/2. And this is going to go on this front piece right here. I'm going to have the red up, okay? The poppy, I should say. So let's go ahead. I know I'm covering up the fruit, but it's okay. All right. Okie doke. And we're going to place that right on this piece right here. So we're going to go ahead and get this part done, and then we're going to work on the next part. So we got that there. Okay. Hang on a minute. Let me get my stuff. I'm going to have to glue my papers down because they keep shifting. All right. So we're going to get that there. All right. So that's that so far. Now we're putting this guy away. Okie doke. Now what I did is, because the stamp set, let me show you. Where did I do with my stamp set? Hang on a minute. Hold on. Oh, it's right here. The stamp set in the catalog has got strawberries and stuff that obviously coordinate. This one has, these are blueberries, and then this is it's a 2-step stamping, okay? So there's a leaf, and you're going to stamp that. Same thing with this. These are the little pieces that would go like your stems, and then here's the grapes. Well, I assumed they were grapes, and I thought, well, they could be strawberries. But because they've got them here in the poppy parade. And then there's that little dumaflachi thing, this little leafy thing. But those really look like grapes. So I ended up going into the paper and I just fussy cut 2 strawberries out. Okay, so that's what I did. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do, now you're going to need 2 pieces of, and one of these is a scrap that I use. Because our Whisper White, I think we just got the basic white in, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm trying to use all of my scraps up that I can. All right, so you're going to need 2 pieces of Whisper White that will be cut at 2 3/4 by 3. So 2 3/4 by 3. And then I pulled another piece of the Designer Series paper out of the same pack, and see the blueberries. Isn't that pretty? So I think we'll make a card with that next week. And then we're going to use this side because that kind of goes with our Pacific Point. And then this piece here is 3 by 2 1/2. Okay? So I'm going to put that piece right here in the center of my Poppy Parade. So I'm going to go ahead and add him now. I hate covering up these this beautiful paper. And just remember, place an order. If you order $100, you can get this for free. And if you decide to join, you know, get your $125 worth of stuff and then make your separate list, because then when you place your next order, then you'll get a 20% discount right off the top, and then that will change based on some other other criteria, and we can go over that at some point in time. Okay, so we're going to add that piece right there. All right, now we're going to do some stamping. So let's see, what are we going to do first? Give me a minute. Let's do the front card. I am going to use Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to stamp this one leaf that looks like it's the outside. I'm not gonna stamp the whole. Oh, you can't see it that way. See it? I'm gonna stamp that, and we're just gonna stamp that up on here, and then I'm going to place my strawberries around it. So I'm just going to kind of stamp it at an angle, and then I'm just going to cover it with my strawberries. But I want to leave room at the bottom because we're going to put a banner there, a little sentiment. So I'm just going to stamp it right about there. It's a really simple card. Okay, so that's all we're going to do with that for now. All right, and then I'm going to take my dimensionals, and we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of these two strawberries. So we're going to pop these little guys up. Whoops. Oh, hang on. Hold on a minute. I just dropped my strawberry. Hang on. And I have shoes on, so I can't pick it up with my feet. Hold on. Ah. Ugh. Okay. If I didn't have my shoes on, I could pick it up with my toes. I know. Goofball. That's one of the words I came up with for myself. Oh, they're blackberry. Oh, blackberries are the, are these blackberries right there? Ah, well, there you go. I didn't know that's what they were. I'm glad you told me that. So, all right. So we're going to put some dimensionals on these little guys. But before I do this, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and attach this where I want it before I start adding everything. So let me go ahead and put these on here first. I'm going to put, I just popped these up on dimensional. So let's do this. I'm going to let's put this one here because he's a little bit bigger, because I just want to kind of cover the leaf, but I want it to be seen. And we'll put this one down here a little bit, just like that. Oops, helps if I take the backs off, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, you think I hadn't done this in a while. Okay, so we're going to just put those like that. And then we're going to put our sentiment. And let's go ahead and stamp this inside. Let me make sure I got it going in the right direction. All right, this one, we're going to stamp our sentiment. And I am using the sentiment that says, "You always have a way of making my day." So we're going to go ahead and stamp that. And we're going to stamp that in Poppy Parade as well. So let me get that on here, and hopefully it's straight. I know it. Oh, I did get it straight. It looked like it was going crooked. I'll have to, yeah, that'd be fine. Ooh, I pushed it down. You know what? I don't think I like that because it's got a little piece of ink on it. So we're going to flip it over. I got to make sure, because I put my things on here a little cockeyed. Hang on a minute. Hold on. Let me try to do this without putting my head in the camera. All right, here we go. Good thing our paper's two-sided. There we go. That will work. Oh, and let me, the names for last 2 weeks ago are, I'll tell you while I'm talking to you, Tony Arnold and Carol Fremstad. I hope I pronounced your names right. Tony Arnold and Carol Fremstad. If you're on here, please send me your mailing address, and you'll get the cards from last week, which was, 2 weeks ago, which was the art gallery. Oh, and I see Tony's on there. So message me your mailing address, and I'll get those out to you in the mail in the next day or so. All right, so these two are done. So let's go ahead and attach those, and then we'll attach this to the inside of our card, and then I'll do the sentiment. I'll add that last. So let's go ahead and put some Tombow on the back of this piece here and put him on. I just love these colors. They're just so springy. It just makes me happy to get, and it's cold here in Florida. I just want y'all to know that. And I know y'all, when I tell you it's 60 degrees out, y'all are going to think I'm crazy, but it is cold for us people that live in the South. We don't like it. So I'm just letting you know. You see, I'm using my paper. It had something printed on the back that I was going to throw it away. And I thought, oh, no, I got to use that so I can use it. All right, so we're going to put our strawberries right here. And this is going to be on this side right here of our Poppy Parade. And then we're going to do a sentiment. I can't see. Hang on a minute. I just want to make sure. I don't want to stick my head in there. I got this thing so far away from where I'm sitting that it's a little crooked. I don't want y'all to get crooked cards from me. Hang on, I just made it worse. Hang on a minute. Let me try to straighten it out. Hold on. There we go. I'll have to fix this one. Hang on. This has now gotten crooked. Let's see if we can lift it up without it tearing. I think we should. Yeah, there we should. If we can get it before it starts to dry, then we can get this. There we go. I'm just going to move it over just a little bit because it was a little crooked. There we go. There we go. And I think that's better right about there. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and, before I put the sentiment on there, because I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals as well, let's go ahead and we're going to attach this. So what I've done is I'm folding it like this, right? And then I'm going to place this on here. And I'm going to decide how far I want it. And I think I'm going to leave it about like that. So it's not much in there. Can you all see that? But you can pull it more. I want it to be probably about even with this line right here. And I'm going to just try to get it centered is what I'm going to do. So here's what I'm going to do. Now that I have it where I want it, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it in closer so I can look at it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this down and I am going to put my seal. All right, so I'm going to put my seal on here so that we'll get this covered up. All right, and we're going to pop that down just like that. All right, and then I can flip this one over and we'll put seal on this one. All right. And then we'll put this one down. And then that's the easiest way to do it. And then that way you know you've got it in there and it's centered the way you want your card to be. Okay? All right, so there we go. Oh, I put too much glue on it. I have to fix that one. That's my mistake. If I put glue on the back side, I'll fix that. Only put glue on the part that you're adhering, like a dodo head. I didn't, but I'll fix it. I can put a piece in there. All right, so there's our card. And now we're going to stamp our sentiment. I know, when I start talking, I'd go crazy. Oh, and you know what I forgot to do? Y'all, see what happens when I start talking? Let me see if I can do this. Whoever gets the card will get the, I'll make a new one. I'm going to leave that one. I did not put the vellum because I was too busy running my mouth. But when you get your cards, they will be made. I will put the vellum on there because the vellum really makes a big difference. So I'll take care of that. This one I can doctor it up later. But you got the gist of how it goes, and that's it. Okay, so let's do our sentiment. We're going to do a Pacific Point, and I'm going to put that using Pacific Point ink, and I'm going to stamp it on Pacific Point paper, okay? So let me stand up so I can get my head in here. And we're going to stamp it right there in the center, hopefully. And then I'm just going to cut it in a banner. All right, so let's do that. And shut that ink up. Okay, so I'm going to cut a banner. One end I'm going to leave. I'm going to cut the banner on this end. So I just take and cut up to the center and then go from the corner to where I've cut, and then it makes a little arrow. Or you can use any of your punches or squares or anything you can do easily. And then we're going to put this right here. I'm going to put it right against the side. So that way, actually, I'm going to trim this just a little bit so it's not, I don't want my tails hanging off. So we'll put that like that. So we're going to pop this up on dimensionals as well. Let me find my dimensionals. Oh, here they are, right in front of me. Okay, so this is this card. Let's put this one here. And, whoops. Whoa, hold on. I almost hit my camera. Sorry about that. I'm going crazy in here. Sorry. Hold on. I hit my camera stand. I tell you, it's a comedy hour. So if you're new to my channel, if you're new to my Facebook page, this is why you need to come here, because it's fun. You never know what I'm gonna do. All right, so we're gonna put this right here, and I'm gonna lay it right next to the edge and lay it down like that. Okay, so there we go. There's our card. Isn't that beautiful? And then if you want to, you know, if this is not enough room to write your note, you can flip it over and just put your paper on the back of the card, and then you can write your note that way. So there's our first card, and I will fix, I will make sure that when whoever's names are drawn gets the card made with the doilies. Okay, so we're done with that set. So let's move on to the next one. Let me move some of this stuff off my desk. Give me just a second here. You know, we're working with limited space, so bear with me just a minute. Let me put this in a bag. All right, the next one, I thought I'd try to make like something for Valentine's, and this is a new stamp set that's in the New Occasions catalog, and I'm getting it out just in a moment here. I'm trying to find the trash can. This is called Hearts and Kisses, and this is what the card looks like. Now, this card, if you're a Mary Kay or you know a Mary Kay person, this is the ideal set that you need to let them know about. And my Mary Kay lady is going to love this. I told her I had a stamp set just for her. And she's going to love this because, look, we have lips and has a lipstick. So this is great. So if you have somebody in the cosmetic business and you want to try to get them to make purchases from you, or if you know somebody and they're not, and you're not a demonstrator, then send them my way. This is great that they can make little note cards with and put thank yous in their purchases for their customers, or they can mail out cards to thank their customers for whatever reason. Happy Galentine's Day, so that would be good for Galentine's Day. You go, girl. And then sealed with a kiss, and then some other little things. So I thought that's perfect for anybody that's in the makeup business. And I also make cards for my Mary Kay lady, and she'll purchase them for me to use as well. So that's just another suggestion. All right, so this is what we're going to make right here. I thought this was so cute. And it's similar to the one in the catalog, but I changed it up a bit. We're using real red cardstock. And I know you can't see it on here, but I embossed the front with the Subtles embossing folder. And then we used one of the Sweetly Stitched or Stitched Sweetly dies. And there's a coordinating punch. So this comes as a bundle. So here's the punch. It's got a heart and a pair of lips. Isn't that cute? It's perfect. And it's perfect for somebody that doesn't do a lot of stamping. So they can just, if they just want to stamp the lips and punch them out, that's perfect. And then I put some hearts down here and added some of the gold gilded gems. I think those, yeah, gilded gems. And then on the inside, I just punched out another lip and then stamped those little hearts. Okay? So that's what we're going to make. Again, really easy. It didn't take very long to make this at all. And then we're also using the new thread, which I think I used before. Yeah. And this is the, can't read that, Fine Art ribbon. And this has got the gold flecks in it. Okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started on this one. So I went ahead and did my card base, 8.5 by 5.5, and scored it 4 1/4. And then I embossed the front with the Subtles Bossing and Folder. We're going to go ahead and let's stamp our inside. So let me pull in my, I didn't bring my, oh yeah, I did. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong, I got all sorts of ink colors here. We're going to use Flirty Flamingo for lips. We're going to use Blushing Bride for the lips, and we're going to use Real Red. And then I'm going to use Petal Pink for this background right here. If you can see that little background. This is a stamp that, this little thing right here you can use for background. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to first do the inside of my card. And I'm going to go ahead and open up my Real Red. And I'm going to stamp the little hearts. And aren't these cute? Aren't they precious? They're just so cute. And I'm just going to stamp a few of them down here. I kind of did several. I put 2 on top of each other. Let me get where you can see. Sorry. And then I'm going to put this one right there. All right. We'll come back with the lips because I got to stamp that and cut that thing out. So, all right. Let me, give me 1 second. Let me move these out of the way because we're not using these anymore. So we'll have room. And I'll put that right there. Hang on a minute. Okay. We'll clean that guy off. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this, and then we'll add the heart to the inside of the card once we get that one stamped and cut. So let's go ahead and bring our card back in. We'll go ahead and add this. Oh, let me use my seal since they're going to be writing on this. I don't like to put the liquid glue because then I can't put it in the center because I don't want it to dry up. I don't know why I'm having problems with this snail. There we go. Once you get it going, it works fine, but sometimes it's just aggravating. All right, so let's go ahead and put this piece in here. All right, and we'll get that right in there. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put that off to the side. Now let's, this piece here we're gonna stamp. But the first thing I want to do is I'm going to stamp my lips so that we can get those popped out. And then I've got my banner here that we're going to use as well. So this is my scrap piece. So I'm going to pull in my Flirty Flamingo in my lip. Here, my lips. Let me put that there. So isn't this cute? I love this set. And I tell you, my Mary Kay lady is going to love it too. She's just going to be, she is going to love it. Now, the only thing I would recommend, now keep in mind when you go to punch, you got this heart, so you want to make sure you stamp everything. Don't you love that? Look how it stamps it. It's actually, I think somebody must have kissed some paper because look at the lines. I mean, that looks very realistic, doesn't it? All right, that's Flirty Flamingo. So we're going to clean our stamp. And let's pull in and do Real Red. We got to have red lipstick, right? See, we could have fun with lips. We could do all sorts of colors. We could do grape and all sorts of things. Okay, so now we're going to do our red. So we want some red lips, and that's kind of dark, but that's all right. And then we're going to come in and do some Blushing Bride. Try to get you the 3 pinkies. And this is Blushing Bride, so we'll go ahead and do this one. All right. Boy, that's it. That's really light, isn't it? I think I'm going to do another one. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. Yep, that's it. Don't have to worry about that one. It's a light color. All right, so what I'll do is I'm going to stamp on the back. I'm going to have one. You know what? I think we'll just leave that one. We'll do both of those. We won't use the petal pink for the other inside. Okay, so let's punch these out. So I'm going to start at the bottom because I don't want that heart to get in my way, right? So this is pretty simple. And the punches are so easy to use. They are not real hard to push either. So we've got that lined up. So I'm going to pop that one. And then I'm going to come down here. Now see how my heart's going to, let me make sure it's lined up. All right, so I'm going to pop that one out. And then I'm going to trim this off so we can get the rest of them in. And then we've got our dark lips I think this is going to be a nice stamp set. So if you know any Mary Kay people or other makeup people, you know, keep that in mind. It's a good way of, you know, trying to make cards and selling cards if you do that. Or if you not, pass along my name. I would love to talk with them. And then this one, I'm just going to shift it up just a little bit so I can line it up so I can stamp. There we go. I think that's... Hang on a minute. Let me get it. Once you get it moving, then it wants to move the wrong direction. All right, I think that's good. So we'll pop that one out. Okay, so let's get our scraps out of the way. All right, that was easy punching. And now we need to do some hearts. Oh, I forgot. Let's go ahead and stamp the hearts too. Forgot about that. All right, so let me do that. We're going to do, I think we're going to do some blushing. Let's do Blushing Bride. And I want to try to keep, I don't want to do a red. Let's do Blushing Bride, and I think I want to do some Flirty Flamingo. I like that color. Let's do these 2 colors. So we'll do a couple of hearts. We're going to punch these out as well. All right, this is, that must be Flirty Flamingo. So let's do 2 of these. Let me get in here so y'all can see. And then we'll do, whoops. Let me clean this off. Y'all hanging in there? Oh, I am here, Mary Kay. I know, Mary Kay for sure. All right, so let's do this one. What is this one? Oh, this is Blushing Bride. All right, so we're going to stamp 1 there. I don't know how many we need, so I'm going to stamp, I don't think we need 4, but that's what we're going to go with. Okay, all right, so enough of the ink. So let's put these out of the way. We'll use this again in just a minute because we got to stamp our sentiment. All right, so now let's cut out our heart. So now here's the deal. We want to, because of this, right, if I stick this in here, I got to cut this off. It's going to chop off my other heart. So let's see. All right, so see what I want to do is, now actually I can, nope. So we're going to cut this one. This is going to be I didn't bring my little thingy. And we're going to have to cut these. I should have brought my little sticky do thing. All right, you're going to have a piece of paper, you know, like a little stick thing. That I think we did it in one of the things where you stick, use a piece of paper and then you stick it, put some adhesive on it and then attach your small piece. But I should be able to twist it with the tweezers, so that's not going to be a problem. We'll get it in there. Once you get it, and then you can line it up. This will probably take us all night for me to do this, right? There we go. And move it just a tad. That's good enough. Some of those are going to be covered anyways. All right, so there's one. I know y'all think I'm, whoops, get out of there. Okay, let's get this one in there. Usually I'm pretty good about getting these things in. And this is where you need to have that little sticky-do thing. I should make one and just leave it sitting here, and that way I always have it, right? See, now I keep pushing the wrong edge down. Hang on. Just what y'all want to watch, me playing with the punch. Come on, get up there. Got to talk to it. Come on, Bubba. I'm going to be here all night if you don't. There we go. Cooperate. There we go. Perfect. Get him off. He's, ah! I know. Let's try this again. Sorry. I know. I always make things hard, don't I? But see, don't do as I do. All right, it's going to get there. Just trust me. I have to just be patient. I'm going to hold it down, and then I'm going to move it a little bit. And again, some of these are going to, there we go. Perfect. All right, some of these, the sides are going to be hidden, so I'm not too concerned about that. All right, 2 more. I know, we'll be, what took y'all so long? We had to watch this crazy girl cut hearts out, and the paper was too daggone small. She couldn't get a grip. All right, there we go. We'll get that in there. One of these will go on the inside. Turn your way up. See, if you just tap it just a little bit and the corners aren't lined up, then it does try to move around on you. See? So we're going to try to move it just a little bit. There we go. Nope, that's crooked. I know, y'all. If it doesn't work, we're just going to cover up the sides that look funky, which is not a problem. All right, let's try this one. Get in the camera so you can watch me have my fun here. All right, perfect. Look at that. It's almost right. Let's see if we can move this up just a tad. There we go. Ta-da! It worked. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, next time I'm going to make a little stick of paper that we can use. Oh, a Post-it note. That's a good idea. Thank you, Kay, for sharing that. All right, so let's put the punch off to the side. All right, so we have our lips. Now we're going to bring in this paper, and we're going to bring in the petal pink. And we're going to use this little, whatever this guy is. I guess I don't know what it is, but we're going to use this. I'm not sure, you know, don't take this the wrong way, but I've never really cared for petal pink. But it's kind of a light. I probably should have went with a beige or something, but that's okay. So I'm just going to stamp this on here just to give it some background. And then I'll do one more and see if I tried it. It just, to me, it just doesn't look like a pink color. I don't know what it is. I just don't like this color. What do y'all think? Do you like that color? See, it doesn't do anything for me. I think it's too bland. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not, I'm not feeling that color. I never have. When we first got it, I just did not like it. Oh yeah, lip sense. That's a good one, Amy. Good. That's an awesome one. Okay, so let's put our lips on here. So we've got our red. I'm going to put him, I like him in the middle. And then we have our Flirty Flamingo and then our Blushing Bride. We'll put him on this. I'm going to put this one on the inside of the card. So we'll put that one there. Okay, so I'm going to pop these up on dimensionals. And then we'll do our sentiment. And I'm only going to put one dimensional. I don't think we need any more than that on these lips. Aren't they cute? I wonder whose lips they used. I wonder who the model was. Do you ever wonder about stuff like that? See, I do. I'm weird. Okay, so let's put Flirty, pardon me, at the top. So let's do Flirty Flamingo. So we're going to put that one right there. I just love that color. I should have done more of that one. And then we're going to put the Blushing Bride down here. We'll put it right there. And then let me get them, make sure they're centered. Hold on. Get in there. Hold on. I'll try to make sure we get them lined up. Okay. And then we're going to put our real red. And then this one, I'm just going to put a little bit lower because I want to put our, I want to put the ribbon right there. Okay. And then we'll add our hearts. All right. So, we're going to stamp our sentiment on this piece of paper. That thing looks like it's crooked, doesn't it? Ah, let's see. Let's cut this little guy. I'm going to stamp it and then we'll cut it. And I'll tell you what the length is. Hang on one second. Let me pull this in because this thing looks really crooked. All right, let's stamp it first and then we'll trim it because this one's got, and I'm going to stamp this in Blushing Bride, because this piece of paper right here, cardstock, is Blushing Bride. So we're going to do I want to do Blushing Bride? No. Let's do red. That's going to stand out better. Hang on a minute. Let me find my red. Here it is. Hang on. We're getting it. We'll do real red. And this is going to be sealed with a kiss. So I thought that way it would work for Valentine's Day. All right, so we're going to stamp that right on here, and then I'm going to trim this piece up because it looks a little crooked to me. It doesn't look like it's even. All right, and that looks like it's a little crooked, doesn't it? No, I think it's the paper. The paper, you know, if the paper's not cut straight, it makes it look, you know, really cattywampus. Okay, now let's bring the paper trimmer in. And let's see if we can trim up this little guy. I'm just going to barely trim the edge right there because I think this piece is a little off, is what I'm thinking. And I might not be able to do this because it might cut off. Let's see. We'll hold it down so it doesn't move. No, don't move, don't move, don't move. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, that was better. Okay, let me move this. All right, and then with this one, we're going to cut this, and it still looks crooked, doesn't it? I don't know if maybe it's me. That look crooked, doesn't it? This side looks like it's a lot bigger. That's at like 7/8. Yeah, this is like at 3/4. So let's do this. Let's try to trim off the bottom. Maybe that will make up the difference. Let's see. That one looks, this one, let's do like that. If I can do this without, I get my scoring blade out of the way. All right, let's see if we can, hang on a minute. I think that might cut off part of the letters. Hang on a second. Let me move this up just a tad. Yeah, you can tell because this piece right here, I'm going to push down really hard so it doesn't move. There we go. That's better. That's exactly what it was. Much better. It's still a little crooked, but oops. We'll have to live with that. Okay, so I am going to cut a flap. We're going to do a tag. or a tail. And so I'm going to cut up the center again, and then do that on this side as well. And then we'll do this one. This will be a little tiny one. And hopefully no one notices our sentiment, because they're going to be saying, oh my gosh, how cute is that card? So they won't even be looking at the, but it gives it personality, right? Okay, so let's bring in our card and we'll put this together. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to put down our ribbon. So I'm going to put some of this down, and I'm going to have it hang over just a little bit of this, because we're going to place that on the card. All right, and I'm going to put a little bit of my snail. Oh, that was something we no longer carry, huh? So I'm going to put that right about here so I can get the ribbon on it. And move my stuff out of the way. All right. It's very crooked. Oh, thanks, Denise. That's going to drive you crazy, isn't it? You don't like it either? I know. It is very crooked. It is really crooked, but you know what? We're going to go with it. We're going to just make it work. So hopefully your name won't be drawn and you won't get the crookedness. All right. And we'll trim up these edges here. All right, so now before I set this down, because we're going to pop this up on dimensionals as well, I'm going to place a couple of little hearts. So we're going to lay a couple down here flat, and then we'll, because we want those kind of pop out from behind. And let's put this guy, see my measurements, put that on there. This was 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/8, in case you want to know the length of my banner. Forgot to tell you that. We'll just cover that piece up. And let's see. Yep, and we'll do one more on the end. Okay. All right. All right, so we're going to lay this here. I'm going to tilt it up just a little bit. Maybe it won't look so crooked. What do you think? And let's do, we'll put a little baby dimensional on this one. And I think I'm going to place this one right about here. Let's see, we'll put him up there a little bit. All right, and do we need another one? I think that looks good. What do y'all think? All right, and then this one I'm going to pop up on dimensionals, and we're going to put that on the front of the card. And that's going to give it a little bit more dimension. See, I typed stuff and didn't need it, so flipped it over. I know, isn't that bad? I don't like to waste. I figure y'all can't see it, so. All right. Alrighty, so we'll pull these off. We are almost done with this, and then we have one more card, which is a really neat card. I saw on Pinterest again, so I'm so glad that we have Pinterest, because I don't know what I would do without it. All right, and then I'm going to off center this a little bit, and then I'll trim up my ribbon once I get it on here. So I'm going to place that like that. Let me move my trash out of the way. Okay, and then I'm going to put I think I'm going to put a lip in here, down here like I did on the other one. And since I have that extra heart, I think I'll place the heart, hang on a second, let me get my little tweezers. I'll place the lips right there. And then, let's see, do we want to put the heart in here? Nah, let's don't. We'll just put those two aside. And we didn't need those after all. Look at that. Okay, so I am going to, I don't have my ribbon scissors with me, but I'm going to trim this up so it's not hanging over. Okay. And then I'm going to take some of the gilded gems, and we're going to add a few of those. So I'm just going to take a couple of small ones because I don't want to overdo it. But that kind of pulls the gold out of the ribbon, and we'll put one up here. And then, oh, you know what? I think I told y'all I had to borrow stuff from a lady down there in Jensen Beach. I had to get a hold of another demonstrator because I didn't have enough of my little envelope, index cards to, oops, that little piece of glue is not, glue dot is not holding up underneath. Had to borrow some of her index cards so I can mail out my stuff. So we'll put one down. Let's put one right here. All right, so there you go. There's our second card. What do y'all think about that? Isn't that cute? I know it's very crooked, but look, you can't really tell if you just look at it without. So, all right, so there's our second card, and that's using the Hearts and Kisses stamp set and the Builder Punch. I think that one, don't hold me to it, but I want to say it's somewhere maybe in the $31 range for the bundle. So that's not a bad, I don't think that was a bad price. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. Let me put my stuff back so I can get a little bit more organized. And clean up here. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. Move these out of the way. All right, the next one, whoopsie. We are going, whoops, look, see, I'm knocking everything over. The next one we're going to do is we are going to use the Corner Bouquet, which is another celebration. This is another one that you can get for free when you spend $50. So we're going to use this one. We're going to use this one right here. And then this is the Happy Thoughts stamp set. We're going to use the thank you because I needed some thank yous. And this was, oh gosh, I think this one was designed by Jackie Bolt. I don't know how to pronounce her name. So what's 33 and 25? Is that me talking too much? So this is a stamp set that Jackie, when she hit her $1 million, she designed this set, which I love because it's got all the sentiments that we really could use. So we're using the thank you in that one, and we're going to use the Corner Bouquet. So let me show you the card that we're making. Let me get my stuff out here. And we're going to work with this Stitch So Sweetly dies. And here's the card. And this is Granny Apple Green and Black. And we use the largest of the Stitch So Sweetly rectangle and basic black, and then that's the inside. The kit set price, I think it's $31.25. I'll look it up in just a minute. I've got my catalog on the other desk. All right, so this is what we're going to be making, but we're going to use the Bermuda Bay. So this is the card. And I was going to use the Stamparatus, but I would have had to take the stamp off, which kind of defeated the purpose. So anyways, we're going to use this. I just took my little foam pad out and I made marks so that way I could keep it all together. Now what I did, let me show you. We're going to use a regular size Bermuda Bay, 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it, and we're going to get it lay it down so we can burnish it. All right, and then we're going to take a piece. Let me move this out of the way for a minute. We're going to take a piece of, and this won't take very long because I've really done most of the work. We're going to take a piece of black that's 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to add that to the front. So let's go ahead and do that now. This is an easy card to make as well, and I think it's really pretty. And we're using the Ombre, the So Ombre, I think it's called. That's another free $50. If you do $50 purchase, you get this Ombre pack of 6 by 6 designer series paper. And I think there's 48 sheets in there, if I'm not mistaken. I might better check that. I might be lying to you guys. All right, so we're going to put that black on top of that, okay? And then what I did was I took the Ombre and I cut this down to 3 3/4 by 5, and I've put a piece of black behind it, and then I'm using the Stitch So Sweetly, so I ran them both together at the same time. And then what I wanted, because I wanted to have the black lined up with my Ombre, okay? So we're going to lay this on here. Let me move my stuff out of the way. And this is the Stitch So Sweetly dies. And I used the largest one, the largest rectangle. Okay? All right, let me put that back in there. All right, now what I'm going to do is, before we do anything, I'm going to pull all this aside. And I'm going to lay this down. Let me just put a little bit of... I'm going to put a little drop of glue on the back just to hold it in place for me, okay? So I'm going to line it up in these squares, all right? So that's what I'm going to do. Now, I've got the bottom part, the light at the top and the darks down at the bottom, right? So what I'm going to do is rather than have it go like that, I'm going to flip the paper so that I've got the ombre look taking place with the where we cut everything out, right? Does that make sense to you guys? Okay. All right. So I'm going to lay this in here, and then I'm going to come back. I've got it all in here laid even, and I'm going to take my stamp, and I'm going to ink this up with my black Memento ink. And we are going to stamp the corner and the top and the bottom. Okay? Now, you want to, because you've got an edge here, and I'm going to hold it down so it goes in the same spot, I'm going to lay this down, and I'm just going to hold it here for just a couple of extra seconds just to make sure that it's in there and it gets inked all over, okay? So I'm going to lay this, let me see, hang on a minute. I'm going to put that right about here. And I'm just going to push down on it. I'm just going to let it sit for a minute or two because I want to make sure the ink transfers really good. All right, so, all right, almost done. All right, so we got that one. All right, and then what it's doing is we're stamping on the edge as well. Okay, so I'm inking it up again. And then I'm going to come in again, and I'm going to line this up this way, and bear with me a minute, and we're going to push down on that one, and I want to make sure I've got good pressure all over because I want to make sure the first one I didn't get enough ink pressure on the back side, so I just want to push on this to make sure that's going to sit right. Okay, so far so good. All right, and then the last thing we're going to do is I'm going to ink up my thank you in Memento Black, and then I'm going to take that and I'm going to put my thank you right, I'm going to do it right up here. Let's see, how about if we do right here? And I'm going to put my thank you right there. All right, so now let me move that out of the way. And then I'm going to take this. I'll pull that off since I just tacked it down. Oh, look at that. See, if I don't stand up, everything gets crooked. But that's okay. It is all right. All right, so what we're going to do then, I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of this. And I think I'm going to use my seal, because it's a small piece. So let's just put some seal on that. That way we know it's going to sit down and not come up. Whoops. And then we're going to attach the piece that I just stamped to the black that we cut out with it. And then we're going to pop that up on dimensionals and have that I gotta get my fingers off. All right, we gotta make sure we get our colors going in the right direction. All right, so I've got my light at the top and the dark at the bottom. So we're gonna lay this down here. And again, this was the 3 3/4 by 5. So we're gonna put that right about there, and then we should be able, as soon as it lets go of my finger, it should lay right down where we want it. Okay. And that is not laying down. Let me see if I can lift that up. All right. Hang on a minute. I gotta gently lift so I don't tear my paper. There we go. I'm gonna get this one. Oh, I see it's got, hang on a minute. I'm gonna have to, I'm thinking about getting one of those desks that you stand up to, because this is, when you're sitting down, it's so hard to see what you're doing. You can't see without sticking your head in the camera. So I'm going to try to lift this and pull it up so it's even. Hang on a minute, you guys. Whoa, hang on. I shouldn't have put the seal on here, should I? Should have used my multi-purpose glue. Hang on. See if we can get this without ripping it. There we go. Come on. Hang on. I just want to get it up enough where I can... There we go. So let's move it. Let's do that. There we go. That should work. Hopefully that works. All right. Hang on. I know y'all going to think me and glue don't get along, but apparently we're not getting along tonight. That's for sure. All right. There we go. That's much better. Okay, now we got that. All right, so we're going to put some adhesive on this. We're going to do our liquid glue. And then we're going to stand this one up. Now, this is the back side, which is Rococo Rose. So this is really pretty paper. And this is what you can get free too, or also, with a $50 order. So all I'm going to do to make sure they line up, I'm just going to stand them up next to each other, and then that way I can move them to get them in place, all right? So we're going to pop this up on dimensional so that black's going to show behind it. All right, so then we're going to just go ahead and pop these in. Are y'all still out there? I don't see any comments. I hope we haven't lost y'all. Are you still there? I hope so, because I'm sitting here talking away, and I don't see any comments coming through. That's not good. Let me see. Let me refresh. Because I'm not seeing any comments. I hope y'all are out there. If not, I'm talking to nobody. All righty. Okay. Unless my comments are coming through. It says we're still running. Unless y'all left me. Oh, there you go. All of a sudden, it just like it froze up. Okay, so I put some dimensionals on the back of that, and we're just going to place it right back into the into where it was cut out, and then it's going to pop it up and give it that effect. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm going to go ahead and add some of the holiday rhinestones. I think these are in the annual, and I'm just going to place these on here because I thought the color's really pretty and they kind of blend. So I'm just going to put a couple, let me put them up here. I'm going to just put a few on here just to give it some extra little bling. I've got some of the green, so let's put a green one on here because it kind of blends in, you know. Let's put that one right there. And then let's do another, we'll just put another little one right here. How's that? All right. And then the next thing we're going to do, one last thing, is we're going to stamp. We're going to put that, if I can find it. Oh, here it is. We're going to put that corner bouquet. We're going to stamp it on the inside of the card as well. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll be finished up with our card for tonight. Get my ink on it. Okay. And I'm just going to stamp it in the bottom corner. So we'll just stamp it right about there. All right. I just thought this was a really pretty card. I love the Bermuda Bay. So let me move that out of the way. And then we'll go ahead and add this to the inside of our card. And let's go ahead and put that in there. And I'm using the Tombow, but I'm going to try to stay on the outsides, so that way it doesn't affect the writing on the card. And we'll go ahead and put that on the inside. And then again, with the ombre paper, you could always decorate your envelope if you choose to do that. And then we'll put that in there. All right, so there's our other cards. So let me pull the ones in. Here's what we made this evening. Give me just a second. All right, so we have this one, and we have that one, and let's get our card in of our Z-fold card. I'll pull in the one that has the stuff on it. So there are our 3 cards that we made this evening. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. Thank you again for spending time with me this Tuesday. I really appreciate it. And again, if I can help you with any of your crafting needs, let me know. I'm going to put myself back on the camera. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can get off this one. Hold on a minute. Hang on. There we go. Thank you all for spending your Tuesday evenings with me. It's 8:08, so we're doing pretty good. I'm going to flip back down so those of you, if you want to see the pictures, you don't need to see my face. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. Thank you for those that left me words. I'm going to go back and see what the descriptions are and add those to my list, and I'll share with you what I'm doing. Have a great evening. Stay warm. Happy New Year again. And I will see you all next Tuesday, same time, same place. And until then, have a great week. Thanks, everyone.